Hello everyone. I welcome you all on behalf of Anthology Saga of Sid and Ahmad. I'm your host for this episode Nadeem, episode number 3. This episode is about a drama. Let's get into the story. The title of the story is Circle of Life. After several drinks to calm his nerves and to get relief from his depression in life, a 19 years old boy decides to drive up to a Hollywood actor's house late one night and delivered a letter and a demo tape into his mailbox and drive away silently in the night. The letter and the demo tape had the information about the boy's contact detail and his willingness to meet the actor. Within a couple of days, he receives a letter from the actor requesting him to call the actor, and so he does. The actor sets up some gigs for him and he was encouraging and supportive for the boy. They talk over in the phone and in person. Things seem to pan out for the boy, but after a while he realized that he just likes to live for himself. So he goes to college, graduates, and later he gets a job in the finance industry and does quite well for himself. He spends year traveling around and working. At the time his name was well recognized. After a few years, he again began to dislike his way of life. So he decided that it was a time for a total change. So he took a job working for a certain part of a government during the Afghanistan war and decided to buy a house and settle down into and raise his family. His new job didn't require a constant travel, so he could focus on the fun things in life like home renovation and his children. His past life was finally put behind him because for the first time he knew what was important, and that was to be there for a family. In his late 30s, his marriage fell apart and he lost it all. The wife was having an affair, and when she couldn't take the house, she took the children and left with her a new partner who was a long time friend of theirs. So he spends the next few years trying to rearrange his life and put the piece back together again. After she leaves to move another area, he leaves to move to a small town to start over again. By this time, he is about 42, but he eventually finds an attractive woman who is 20 years younger than him. The two seem to hit it off right away, although he was a bit reluctant due to the age difference at first. But one thing they had common was that he didn't have to talk about his past, nor she didn't have to talk about her family. One night, she surprises him at his apartment. She is a little intoxicated and is wondering why they haven't actually coupled yet. She feels like she's being somewhat rejected. After a couple of drinks, the two begin talking and laughing about how silly each other feels. After that, she mentioned that her parents would like to meet him, as it is only fair because she met his parents. She says things like, I hope you like the country and my parents are really looking forward to meeting you. She tells him where roughly she lives in the country and he chuckles. She asks what's so funny and he replies to her that I haven't been in that area since I was 19. She asks him what were you doing there then, and he goes on to tell her about a strange night dropping off some demo tape to some actor's place. Then she says him, that's where I live and he's my father. Thank you guys for joining us this week in the anthology saga of Siddhan Ahmad. The adapted script is prepared by Shiddeshwar. Stay tuned for more story podcasts.